A young man casually crushed a can of soda in his hand, accidentally splashing the contents all over a powerful female CEO. Instead of panicking, he grinned and reached out to wipe it off for her. Furious, the CEO shouted "pervert" and slapped him across the face. Her best friend quickly stepped in to separate them, reminding her that she needed to rush back for her grandfather's funeral. Before leaving, the CEO threatened the young man to wait for her revenge, then slammed the accelerator and sped home in her luxury car. But when she arrived, she was shocked to discover that the young man had somehow arrived even earlier than her and was already at the funeral. Just as the family was about to seal the coffin, he suddenly rushed forward and shoved the lid open. The head of the family flew into a rage and ordered his legs broken. Several people charged at him, only to be effortlessly subdued within seconds. The young man coldly declared that the old master still owed him a debt. He wasn't allowed to die yet. It turned out the young man was the mysterious heir to a hidden legacy. His master had left him a ring containing 9 golden needles. The first needle could bring the dead back to life. The second held the wealth of an entire rival nation. The third contained unmatched martial arts techniques, and the remaining needles possessed even more unfathomable powers. He had come specifically to find the second needle. Just as everyone assumed he was causing trouble, the supposedly dead old master suddenly sat upright in the coffin and struck his son with a cane. Upon learning that the young man had saved his life, the old man immediately knelt in gratitude. The young man revealed the ring and said that since the old master recognized it, he should also remember the debt he owed. The old man, however, shamelessly proposed a condition: if the young man wanted the golden needle back, he had to marry his granddaughter. Internally, the young man complained that the granddaughter was probably unattractive, but when he turned around, he froze. The granddaughter was none other than the female CEO he had just offended. Despite her fierce resistance, the old master forced the two of them to register their marriage on the spot. Right after getting their marriage certificate, the young man demanded the golden needle. The old master pointed at the gold earrings on his granddaughter's ears, saying the needle was hidden inside them. To retrieve his heirloom, the young man had no choice but to stick close to his newlywed wife. Determined to teach the sudden husband a lesson, the CEO tricked him into going to a boxing gym, planning to have a Sanda champion cripple him. A rich playboy stood nearby, loudly provoking the young man, who merely sneered and claimed the opponent wasn't even worthy of fighting him. Encouraged by the CEO and her best friend's taunts, he stepped onto the ring and kicked the champion clean out of bounds with a single strike. The playboy refused to accept defeat, insisting he had only lost due to carelessness, and attempted a sneak attack from behind. This time, the young man's patience ran out. His eyes turned cold, and he twisted the man's arm, snapping it instantly. The playboy's followers panicked and revealed his powerful background, swearing revenge. The CEO and her friend began to worry, convinced the matter wouldn't end peacefully. When the family heard that the young man had provoked serious trouble, they were terrified and even considered handing him over as a scapegoat. What they didn't know was that an underground overlord had been searching for the young man for 5 years, hoping to repay a life-saving debt from the past. After receiving a distress call from his grandson, the overlord arrived at the CEO's home with hundreds of subordinates. The family had trembled and repeatedly kowtowed, desperately distancing himself from the young man. The overlord tossed a machete at the young man's feet and coldly offered him one last chance: sever one arm to apologize to his grandson, or face the consequences. Surrounded by hundreds of men, the young man remained completely calm and said lightly, "You think you're worthy?" When the overlord finally saw his face clearly, his legs suddenly gave way, and his voice trembled as he spoke. "So, it's you.